Hey guys, how's it going? Hey, you know, we've been making videos for how long? 12, 13 years, I don't know, something like that. This video is a video about the top questions we've gotten over the years, the ones that we get asked repeatedly. There's a couple irregular ones in there I'm going to tell you about, and you got to wait till the end. Probably the funniest, well, you know, funny's relative, the funniest to me and D'Angelo, and that's going to be at the very end, and it's almost worth waiting for because it's pretty funny. The most maybe strangest and funniest one of all time. All right, guys, let's do this. Hey, I'm Michael Allen for TravelCostaRicaNow.com. TravelCostaRicaNow.com is a travel agency, so go to TravelCostaRicaNow.com, fill out the 4-minute form. You'll be that much closer to the vacation of a lifetime. We're like you, having best friends who live in Costa Rica, who know Costa Rica, totally hooking up your Costa Rica vacation. Hey man, I love the subscribes. Please subscribe. It helps me out, but YouTube doesn't care. Just because you subscribe doesn't mean that you see our videos. So you got to hit the notification bell. Do you want to see the travel tips? Do you want to see the expat interviews? Do you want to see the stuff about the medical stuff? Do you want to see travel tips? Do you want to hear me rambling? You got to hit the notification bell, all right? If you're not going to hit the notification bell, then you should donate. I got to pay rent. All right, let's go. These are in no particular order, So it's hard to, you know, it's been 12, 13 years, all right? And I do want to say that everything I'm about to say has other videos concentrated more on that, whatever I'm answering. So if you want to go, I'll hit all the basics, but I do deep dives on, you know, through the years on whatever the answer is here. All right, the first one is, man, Perpetual Tourist. Michael, I don't want to be a resident. I want to come down to Costa Rica, but I do want to live there, and maybe I'll be a resident 5 years from now. I've heard such, you know, horror stories you can't do it. So can you be a perpetual tourist? If you don't know what that is, that's where you're living in Costa Rica, but you are not a resident. You have to leave at least every 90 days. Go over to Nicaragua, go to the United States, wherever you do. If you go to Nicaragua, get stamped out, get stamped back in, you're back by dinner, and you got another 90 days. All right. Now the problem with perpetual tourism is back when it was like more when the internet was more bloggers and the videos weren't really big, there was a lot of misinformation and horror stories about being a perpetual tourist, and they were saying you can't do it, Costa Rica's cracking down, you know, all that. So we used to get this question a lot, especially back in the day. Can you do perpetual tourism? Can I live there? All right, so D'Angelo has been living here 16 years. He's a perpetual tourist. Another friend of mine, 25 years. I did it for 12 before I started working on my residency. So, yes, you can do it. Anybody that tells you you can't do it, well, I don't know. So I do know, and you can do it. Now, I'm not saying that can't change. You know, maybe they do crack down on it at some point, and if they do, I'll make that video and let you know. That's why you should hit the notification bell and subscribe, right? Okay, so yes, you can still come down here, leave every 3 months and actually live here until maybe you decide you want to live here. Maybe you know, pursue your residency or whatever, or you decide Costa Rica's not for you and you go back to wherever you're from. All right, that's not number 2. It's just, is Costa Rica safe? This was another one that was a little bit more back in the day when, again, it was more blogger, newsy type stuff. People, you know, horror stories of how unsafe Costa Rica is, San Jose is, and all that. Costa Rica is as safe as you make your personal space and as how much common sense you have as a traveler. All right, if you use common sense as a traveler down to Costa Rica, you're going to be fine. If you're living here and you do all the little security things you need to do, whether it's cameras, gated windows, or, you know, a dog, or, you know, you have a safe in your house or whatever it is, you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. Costa Rica is safe. Now, would I get out of San Jose? Yes, probably. But, you know, again, things happen down here like they do anywhere and where you're at as well. But by and large, if you use common sense as a traveler and you guard your personal space in a kind of a commonsensical way, you're going to be fine. That one's kind of gone away. It's not as bad as it used to be, where people go, oh, there's, Around every corner there's a thief. Not saying there can't be. All right. The other one's kind of a two-parter. Is Costa Rica is expensive? And it's usually followed up by like, I'm coming down, I only have $1,100, $1,000 coming in every month. Can I live in Costa Rica? So, and it's always around that number. It's funny, I guess that obviously that's Social Security. So people are asking me, can I live in Costa Rica for $1,100 a month? Yes. Should you? No, I don't think so. And there's a big reason for that. Unless you're gonna come down here, try to supplement your income through maybe internet work or, under the table working for somebody or something, I don't know. The problem with 1,100 or 1,000 or around that, around there is, yeah, it's fine when things are going good, but one bad thing happens and you're gonna be in serious, serious trouble. Whether it's medical, maybe you got a beater car and it just, your budget gets blown and it can get blown at any time. So would I recommend you coming down here if you only have that much? I would say, no, you're playing with fire. Now, I live down here. I live here for $1,000 a month. I have more money than that. I mean, obviously it's nicer if you come down with some cash too. Now, all the cash I brought down here has been long gone, but I supplement, I have, I just don't, my budget's around 1,000, but obviously, or not obviously, but I have more, especially if you donate. So, yes and no. Is Costa Rica expensive? And the other part is Costa Rica expensive? I get so tired of this question. I get so tired of hearing that Costa Rica is expensive. It's expensive for people who want it to be expensive, who are trying to replicate their life, who want what they want and aren't changing anything. Costa Rica can be expensive or more expensive than wherever you're from, if you want it to be. It doesn't have to be. So yes, Costa Rica can be expensive and some things are expensive, but other things aren't. And if you live a certain way, it doesn't have to be as expensive as you hear. Let's say that. Maybe take some personal responsibility. I don't know. Oh, okay. So I put this question used to get asked a lot, all on YouTube. We used to get this every day. Now we don't get it much anymore because, as maybe some of you know or don't know, YouTube changed. You can't really harass anymore if they see certain words. They're not in the comments. So they changed a lot of stuff. But back in the day, man, it was you could say pretty much anything you wanted. So we used to get asked all the time, especially me. First it was, are you guys gay, referring to D'Angelo, or am I gay? And the other question to that was, why do you wear those faggy earrings? These ones, actually these exact ones. Okay, first answer is yes, I am. So if you know that answer, then it makes sense that I would be wearing faggy earrings now, doesn't it? But the real answer to that is why I wear faggy earrings is because I can. That's it. All right, moving on. Can you find me a house? Can you find me a rental? House, yes, that's real estate. That's a different thing. But most people are asking me if I can find them a rental property. Now, it is true. A couple months ago, we were trying to figure this out. We wanted to help you guys find a rental property. I had somebody that was going to help me with this. They started. It's difficult, man. And to be honest with you, it's not worth the money because there's really no money in finding you a rental. Okay, there just isn't. We have to do pretty much the same things you would have to do. Now, the San Jose area might be a little different. They're in Central Valley, where Rormashire and all the Escazú and all those places are. There might be some listings there. But still, my way's the better way. Okay, first of all, no, we don't find you rental properties. It didn't work out. And I wouldn't have done it anyway personally, so that was never going to happen. But no, we don't do it. Now, I do have the best way to find them, though. I do have the best way. I got a few videos on this, man, and I'm going to just tell you real quick. Figure out where you think you want to be. Go to that area. Stay in an Airbnb. Doesn't matter. A hotel doesn't matter for a week. Start walking around. Start talking to bartenders, waiters, taxi drivers, people you talk to, and walk around the barrios. Find the say alquilar, which is for rent. And that's how you find the cheaper rental. And you got to have a Tico, you know, a Costa Rican, call the number to find out how much the rent is. So that's the basis of it. That's the cheapest way and best way really to find what you want. It's not on the internet, man. It is not on the internet. I know some people don't feel comfortable doing this because, you know, it's another country, it's a new country, and you're like, I don't know. Well, it's the best way. It's the best way. Got a lot of videos on this. I got videos about how you don't have to be gringo price as you do it. So anyway, no. Did I say that? We don't find your rental property. All right, can I get a driver's license? And along with driver's license, bank account. So funny, when we first got here, you could get driver's licenses. I've renewed my driver's license like 5 times here in 16 years, or maybe 4, I can't remember. We just ended up getting lucky. We were non-residents, we went and did all the stuff you have to do, and we were able to do that, and ditto on the bank account. So we were able to do it with, I mean, being non-residents here, just, you know, coming in, you were able to do that years ago. As a non-resident or a perpetual tourist, they've sensed, it's really hard to tell you this if you have never experienced Costa Rica. No, you can't get a driver's license. No, you can't get a bank account, but yeah, you might be able to. You might be able to, I would, you know, contact maybe somebody that works with gringos, an immigration lawyer or something, or they might be able to help you out, maybe able to get you one. Now, funny, this just happened maybe 3 weeks ago. Somebody wrote me and said, it wasn't driver's license. They walked in and got a bank account. Non-resident, perpetual tourist, walked into the bank. I mean, I gotta believe them because I know that could happen. But technically, no. Now, when you become a resident here, yes, you know, you can get driver's license and bank accounts. The driver's license things you don't really need. I don't think that's, I'd worry about that when you become a resident or something, because as long as your driver's license is up to date, you're fine. It doesn't matter. And your passport stamp is up to date. If you let your passport expire, like you didn't leave within 90 days, right when your passport expires, your driver's license would expire as well. So just so you know. So technically the answer is no, you can't, but there's ways. You know, there's ways. That's the fun of Costa Rica, the adventure of Costa Rica. Nothing is set in stone here. Michael, are you ever going back to the States? Do you ever plan on leaving Costa Rica and going back to make a life in the United States? No, never, would never happen. Never say never, but I'm going to say it. Never happen. I would have severe culture shock the other way. I couldn't do it, and although I love the United States, I would rather watch Rome burn from afar. I don't like the way the United States is going. Those are my own things. I am a patriot. I love the United States, but I'm so happy not to live there. I didn't know what decision I was making 16 years ago. I pretty much lucked in to living in Costa Rica, but boy, man, I'm glad it happened. That's all I can say about that. But no, I would never go back there. I'd hit some other country first. It used to be Nicaragua, but I'd be looking around if I had to leave here. Why do you only wear white t-shirts? Well, I didn't know this was going to happen, man. I did not know. I didn't plan for this. Black has been taken by some of, some wealthy people. So, and black wouldn't look good in a tropical place wearing black every day. But what happened was I just started sliding into the simple life, man. I didn't mean to. I'm not preaching it. I don't, You know, I don't use one sheet of toilet paper. You know, I don't clip coupons and stuff, but somehow I just slid into this very simple way of living. I definitely, obviously don't dress to impress because unfortunately, I don't give a fuck what you think about what I'm wearing. You know what I mean? So I just kind of slid into this more simple life. I only buy what I need. And I was like, what easier method? When a white t-shirt is new, I wear it, you know, out. When it starts getting old, it goes to the gym, and then after the gym gets a little ratty, I cut off the sleeves and I wear it around the house. So I have a whole system, and I keep it simple. So yeah, that's where the white t-shirts, you know, and I don't, that won't change. That won't change. This last one is the funny one. I think it's funny. You guys may not think it's funny. We thought it was strange and funny, and out of the thousands of emails we've gotten over the years, this one just is one you remember. So people wrote us, this guy wrote us, and he's like, I'm coming to Costa Rica. I'm going to, you know, I'm visiting. I'm on a 2-week vacation, and he's kind of beating around the bush, and he's like, I know this is going to be a weird question, but, you know, can you find me a midget? Okay, first of all, you have to know prostitution is legal here, okay? So he knew that, but he wanted us to find him a midget. Now, I know midget isn't, you know, I'm sorry, man, I don't play your stuff you guys do in the United States. He said midget, and I'm quoting midget. It's not as funny if you say, I don't know, little person or whatever the fuck that is. But anyway, he asked us for a midget. And the funny thing was first we're cracking up about it, but we actually have a friend that, you know, we just have that guy that can find everything for you, you know, whatever it is. You know, he's the one, we used to have him set up all the bachelor parties when people wanted actually he still does. So if people wanted a bachelor party out on a boat and wanted girls around in the party or whatever, you know, he's just that guy. Everybody knows that guy. He's the one that can get the tickets to courtside. He found him a midget. I don't know. We think it's funny. I mean, I could have a whole nother video about the emails situation and the strangeness of you guys. Not all of you, but some of you are some. That's it. All right, guys. Hey, man, I hope you enjoyed the video. Just, you know, again, I have all what I just said in more detail in other videos about it. Like if it's perpetual tourism, I have that video. If it's about is Costa Rica safe, I have that video. Anyway, guys, I'm Michael Allen, TravelCostaRicaNow.com. Peace, guys. Hope it helps. Why wouldn't it help? Things are going to pop up. And if you're thinking about living or traveling anywhere, always do your homework and research. And if you're coming to Costa Rica, man, I will put my videos up against anybody's for solid info. All right, man, enjoy your day, night,